Hey guys, it's MasterMud from the server here with another video on some separatist builds, mostly focusing on the new super tactical droids, kind of like what Shadow Scout's been doing with all of the customizable commanders. So I'm going to go through and just kind of go with a couple of the builds that I've been thinking might be kind of cool, or just a lot of these are just gonna be just for fun, but a lot of them are going to utilize a lot of the some of the upgrades I think are going to be really, really good. So I won't waste any time. I'm just going to go straight into it. We got in this list we got Dooku, standard burst of speed, force choke, force push, Kalani with improvised orders, and then we got the Super Tactical Droid Command, Auxiliary Command Droid. I personally think the Operative is the better version. It's coming in at a nice 10 points cheaper. You have all the same keywords, only difference is you are getting that Aid Droid Trooper as well as you're getting that Courage 3. So, yeah, so let's go and continue going on down the list here. We got, for this one, we got Tyrannical Taskmaster, which this gives you an extra force slot, or not force slot, but what's it called? Extra protocol, which is kind of works kind of like force powers for the droids. But you also get an extra slot, and at the end of your activation, you get to ready one of these that are exhausted. So we also got optimize task flow. Direct gives the unit direct AI. Overclock, which can make a unit with AI do a speed 2 move. This one isn't tappable. We got the Electro Staff, so that we could be a nice immune melee pierce, kind of absorb those Jedi charges a little bit. And then I got Limiter Override, so you can get the you can remove suppression tokens, remove immobilize, get an aim, get a dodge, ready one of your exhausted upgrade cards. So I felt like this is probably like a really good build to have, so that way from I believe we'll go down to the rest of it, but there's some synergy. I'll go through the synergies after, actually. But yeah, then we go with the other auxiliary command droid who has Seek and Destroy, Slice Comms, Overclock, Electro Staff, and then Into the Fray. Seek and Destroy gives Demoralize 1, Marksman, Target 1. This plays really well into the 1 pip, as well as give you access to the upgrade. And yeah, so playing around with allows you to get into the fray just to make this guy's role is to kind of be more of that front line, get in there, be a disruptive force of nature. So that's what he's doing. We got 5 B1 battle droids with an extra soldier, and then 1 B1 battle droid that's just naked, giving us 6 activations kind of to act pad. And in this list, it's going to be very helpful because the idea is we want to maximize the flamethrower spider droids. So defensive protocols, nose-mounted flamethrowers, and link targeting array. That's going to be on 2 of them. Then you have an ion spider droid with a link targeting array and attack protocols. The kind of what I was planning on doing with this is you kind of go down and you're kind of playing do not underestimate our means. You're using that card as the divulge to get reinforcements on the spider droids with the flamethrowers, as well as getting that what's it called? As well as getting that the super tactical droid with the slice comms, overclock. Slice comms, I don't think I said what it did, but I think everybody knows at this point. It is basically a really strong Jedi mind trick. Gives 2 suppression and can put an face-up order token in the bag if you receive it. So basically, you can be giving this guy reinforcement. Oh no, you can't because he doesn't have AI, I believe. Is it to choose a trooper unit to face-up order tokens each? No. Up to 3 allied units with AI. Oh, so no, you can't. Well, you can give it to the spider droid so that way you can get a little movement action going. But yeah, so the idea is you're going to play that card to get either the reinforcements, or you think you don't need it, you can always replace it for tactical download to get the all the immobile or the aims and dodges. I think I might actually replace it with that. I think because we did the overclock, so we have speed 2 move on this guy. We also have overclock on this guy. So, oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I remember how the build was. So, yeah, so actually we are going to take this tactical download because we don't really need the reinforcement move. Actually, no, we did need the reinforcement move. Okay, I remember now. So the idea is you're going to give the reinforcement move to the 2 flamethrowers. The flamethrowers are going to move onto the board and dodge as like their first actions, kind of start out the game earlier. Meanwhile, later in the turn, the super tactical droid with overclock into the fray, electro staff, slice comms, seek and destroy. He is going to essentially run up, overclock one of the spider droids, and then if he's able to slice comms, obviously he slice comms, but otherwise he's going to be trying to utilize the target one, I think, to get the order. He's going to get his aim token and give that away to Kalani. So that way Kalani can use it for Exemplar with the spider droid with the ion. And then the other super tactical droid is going to come onto the board. This is the reason I gave it Tyrannical Taskmaster, is so I can get the 3 protocols at a cheaper price. So that way we can move onto the board, overclock the other spider droid with the flamethrower. So now both spider droids have moved twice. And at the end of their turn, they're going to get a reinforcements move. The limiter override is going to remove and immobilize on one of the guys. And then it is going on the following turn. You're going, or when you're at the end of your turn, you're going to ready limiter override. So that way on the next turn, you're going to immediately activate this guy early and play and get rid of tap this card to get back the immobilize that was on the other one. And yeah, so that's kind of the little strategy, getting these guys in with the overclocks, getting these spider droids in, and you'll be basically doing 2 speed 2 moves and then doing a reinforcement move, giving yourself basically 3 moves. You should be, I think it's like close the pocket or intercept signals, you should be touching or further past the POI tokens on these. Where was it? The close the pocket. Okay. Yeah, you should be with just 2 moves and a reinforcement move either on this point or close enough to the point where you can start flamethrowing people for the next turn. Next turn, you'll give these guys orders, because I would be playing Dooku's 2-pip here, giving out 2 dodges to those flamethrowers, as well as giving them an aim token. These guys should be pretty damn durable, just because you spent a lot of, you probably will have used we didn't use this one actually. Either way, Kalani is going to have given out a crap ton of dodges with Strategize. These guys can give out, what's it called? Yeah. So there's some cool play there, I think. The Spider Droid is going to be some long-range anti-armor. Dooku's going to be able to just Dooku and I think it was Dooku, the 2 flamethrowers, and the 2 command droids. Those guys are all going to hang out together. Dooku's going to be able to scatter people with his Force Lightning and also move them with his 2-pip or his 3-pip. So not only did you just do 2 speed 2 moves and a recon or a reinforcements move at the end of turn 1, but turn 2, you're going to, at some point, speed 2 move, scatter somebody before that flamethrower goes off. And you're just going to be able to make sure you can see every miniature and blast them to pieces with those flamethrowers. So I haven't tested this out, just kind of played around with some builds. This was, I'm calling it, where was it? Where was the funny? It was a funny name I came up with. Dooku's STDs. Thought that was a hilarious name. But this one, Yeah, Kalani and the B1s and the Ion Spider, they hang out together. They're just going to be a nice little, basically going to distract the enemy while the rest of the troops do their job. And all of these super attacks should be able, they have electro staffs, so they should be able to charge in there with Dooku once he scatters people forward. You should be able, they can also dive into melee with things and protect those spider droids a little bit longer. So let's go into my second build here. This one I am calling Long Range Gunline, and this one is solely focused on super tactical droids. So the idea is the commander has Tyrannical Taskmaster, Enhanced Combat Subroutines, Targeting Relay, Optimized Task Flow, Limiter Override, and that was it for him. And the general concept is you're going to probably play Orbital Strike turn 1. And the reason why is you're going to get that range 4 to infinity, 2 red, 2 black suppressive. And on top of that, you have Surge Hit with the command droid, as well as with the combat subroutines. You're going to gain a lethal 1 on this attack, plus Sharpshooter 1. And then if you can pair it well with some other things, you can even get the targeting relay to get an observe, or better yet, if you really want to, you can maybe remove some of the Seek and Destroys down here, and even give that thing Seek and Destroy, which can give you the Marksman and Target 1 on that thing. So you could play around with the build how you want, but the idea is to try to maximize the Alpha Strike with this, with also the 6 sniper rifle BXs that I got going on here. So the concept here is, this guy you can direct using optimized task flow to get all the B1s in order. They're going to be your activation stall. Get these to make it so you have plenty of juicy targets for these BXs to start sniping and do as much turn 1 attrition as possible. You have the targeting relay to give out a bunch of observes for these snipers so they don't have to use their aims for anything other than lethal. And then on top of that, you have limiter override to just start giving out aims on every turn other than turn 1. You can also, so with, I believe how I built this, you play, I think we said you play tactical download turn 1. 4 of these snipers are going to be able to use one of those aim tokens, plus these 3 snipers can use offensive push on turn 1, and also use emergency transponder, so they can get 3 aim tokens to fire onto turn 1, and that's not counting in the other fun stuff I have here, which Strike Team Leader, giving out an extra aim, the Into the Fray, giving out an extra aim, or not Into the Fray, what's it called? Seek and Destroy is giving out extra aims because these guys have a droid trooper, so they can give out aims over to the BXs. So we can get these BXs, I believe, up to 4 on turn 1, 4 aim tokens on turn 1, because with the tactical download, you're going to give an order to each of the tactical droids, basically, and then you're just going to direct AI the B1s to end onto one of these BX strike teams. So then you have these 2 strike teams will go towards the end of the turn. The rest of these guys, these guys will go towards the end of the turn. These guys will just take pot shots and soften up some targets for these guys who will have the 4 aim tokens, might be able to just speed 3 up onto the board with the scout 3, move 2, speed 2, shoot something. And I believe did I bring overclock? I did bring overclock, so you could even, on one of these BXs, you can use overclock to you can overcommit with them, shoot, then you can immediately after the next activation, you can overclock them backwards to get them so they don't losing things. But yeah, and to turn 2, you can rinse and repeat with a lot of these because you can even use the limiter override to get these offensive pushes back. There's a lot of really cool, I think these can be really cool. Plus it's 14 activations, like that's crazy amount of things you could do with this. And you still have 2 points to play with. I'm sure these things aren't the most optimized. You can play around with these, but general concept is, again, these super attacks have the electro staffs, so that way they can get in and be they can take up and absorb Jedi or anything with Pierce, the immune melee Pierce. They can get in there, hold them back, while the BXs just kind of munch things to pieces before they get up to them. So yeah, that's kind of this one. Let's see, what else did we got here? The next thing I came up with was kind of playing into the B2 supers. So you got a B2 Ha, since the B2 would blast. Somehow, I don't remember the math exactly, but I remember somewhere when you're rolling so many black dice, you are going to want to make sure none of that gets eaten by cover. So the blast here is going to make it so you don't do that. Plus, you get an extra 2 red and a white extra die with impact 2, more anti-armor. So you got these guys who are going to be, if you play turn 1, I think the idea was you can have some fun with Supreme Commander. You could Ruthless that B2 Mega Squad up, you take a wound, Ruthless them up so they do a speed 2 move, shoot somebody, and then the following turn you can then utilize this super tactical droid with overclock to pull them back. You can overcommit them, and then you can pull them back with the overclock, or better yet, keep pushing them further into enemy territory. Use that overclock. You can overclock them again, because you can overclock limiter override. Then this other guy can, if he can get up to him somehow, he can overclock again. So lots of fun things you can do with that. The General Grievous I was going to do this the bike, but wanted to I think there were some points elsewhere I wanted to do was you can also utilize the crab droids. You can utilize full throttle to have some fun there. When units as you know with the card, you get a dodge, plus every time they move, they get a surge. So I did some defensive protocol crab droids. 3 of these guys will allow you to 2 of them will get dodges from the card. All 3 of them will get a surge every time they move. So with that Scout 1 and a regular move, you get 2 surges for defense, plus you get defensive protocols. These guys are just not going to die. On top of all that, you can even overclock them to get right up there with the B2s after a Ruthless turn on the next turn. There's a lot of fun things I think you could do with this. I put the emergency on this super tactical droid with the operative. This guy has the Seek and Destroy, so that way he can give an aim, just throw the aim onto the B2s. He can use the Into the Phrase every time to just throw it onto the B2s. You can use the Emergency Transponder, so you just have to get an order. You can just throw that aim onto the B2s. So you can just load up these B2s with a crap ton of aim tokens and just hammer the hell out of something. I wanted to throw in Kalani with this list, but then again, I was trying to show out some more stuff you could do with these command droids. This one, I totally forgot, was I had the heavy arm cannon with suppressive, with the mobility upgrade, scale and steady, and the slice comms. So the idea behind this one is I have the aqua droids here to basically shield him, and you could play a little peekaboo strategy with it. You could jump out in front of it, steady shoot something, over slice comms it, and then run right back behind the aqua droids. And you could just have some fun with that all day long. You're throwing out 4 suppression tokens every attack, and then if you really want to get fancy with it, you can play the super tactical droid Exterminate, and you can get Demoralized 2 on top of that. you can just have so much fun throwing out 5 suppression a turn. So, especially once you get in there. Yeah, let's see. Is there any other fun things we got with this? I apologize, my thoughts are all over the place. Had a long day at work, so making this video right after that. So, let's see. Yeah, that was that one. But yeah, playing into the whole B2s with Scout. Yeah, these B2s also have Scout, plus you can get Overclock, plus you can play around with the Ruthless Turret card. So, like, there's a lot of really fun things, I think, that you could build with this list, with this thing. Only 10 activations, but I mean, you got a B2 Mega Squad, you got General Grievous, you got Aqua Droids, you got 3 Crab Droids. There's a lot of anti-armor in this list. Once again, no armor list is going to survive this. So, lots of fun things here. And let's see what this one. Oh, this one was a fun little Euro Hammer-esque kind of thing. Kind of want to play around with the double aquas here. So these double aquas are kind of like the star of the show here, trying to utilize aim tokens and stuff. So you're gonna divulge Maul with Phantom the Menace. Then you could either play Orbital Strike, because in this version I have the Super Tactical Droid with Seek and Destroy. So that way you get Marksman, Target 1. You can utilize the Orbital Strike on this because he is a commander. And you can do 2 red, 2 black. You can spend an aim for lethal, since we gave him Seek and Destroy and combat subroutines. There's a lot of another fun set of combo lists you can do, but the overclock is basically to just really either with one of the aquas you could build like a defensive position for Darth Maul to play some peekaboo strategies with infiltrate, saber throw, force choke. You can run out onto the field towards the end of a turn. Yeah, he can hide behind some aquas, recover to get his force choke, step out, throw a saber, or step out, get into melee with somebody, saber and force choke, then following turn, recover, force choke, saber, or kill something, then jump into back behind the aquas again. There's a lot of fun things you can do with that. The probe droids, I put spotter uplink just because I had 3 points left over, and I figured, well, you can incognito these guys all the way up to the board, and then now you're giving sharpshooter to your aquas once the enemy gets close. And we also have 2 flamethrower spider droids who are, their whole goal is basically to hide behind either the aqua droids if you wanted to, and the aqua droid will be able to shield these guys from incoming fire. That way, and once they get into the fight, either the aqua droids are either depleted to the point where they're about to die, and these flamethrowers can just wreak havoc untouched. And with engagement protocols and flamethrower, you can just AI move and attack. If you lose your commander, not a big deal. And then you have Kalani here, who can, I believe we gave, Kalani has direct AI. You could play any of these command cards that can give them an order, so that way the aqua droids can also get, both aqua droids will get an order with think targeting array. They can get a massive alpha strike between them, plus the another cool thing you could do is the super tactical droid again. This one doesn't have the 8 trooper, so you can't technically do what I was thinking, but you could still play around with basically giving out aim tokens to people. The offensive push is there to just, you have another thing with Seek and Destroy with the marksman. You can utilize that. But yeah, no, these are a lot of cool builds I came up with. You can really, these customizable super attacks have a lot of playability. If you're trying to look at generating a crap ton of aim tokens, something that CIS really didn't have before, other than Kalani being able to do strategize 2, which was like 2 aim tokens every turn, and maybe taking an aim action. Now we have ways of getting crap ton of aims out there. I know there was a list out there that I was I was building around with. I didn't have it finished, so I didn't want to show it. But you can probably get between 5 to 6 aims onto the table for one squad of BXs was one idea. I've been having a blast with BXs lately, so that's what a lot of my lists have been doing lately. But yeah, I wanted to show these super tactical droids. These guys, like I said, overclock is going to be. We should be playing around with this right now while we still can, because that thing is going to be going easily up to 10 points of an upgrade real fast. But yeah, these are some builds I came up with. Yeah, you guys, if you like this, please let me know in the comments down below. Definitely trying to come up with some fun builds rather than focusing entirely on the hyper competitive. I know I play competitively, and a lot of the guys on the Shadow Command, they all play competitive as well. But sometimes it's fun. You just want to take something out on the table and just have a blast. I know, yeah, it's just a fun game. Let's get it. Let's utilize every single one of these upgrades. These things are all really good. You can come up with some crazy combos, especially with how they can just slot into any list by either being in an operative slot or the commander slot. Whatever you have available, you can build them. You can pretty kit them out pretty however you want. Let me see if do I have any other builds we can show? No, the other one was not. It was Kalani that I was using. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Like and subscribe, you guys. I hate doing the plugs, but it helps out Shadow Scout knowing that people are enjoying these videos. All right. Join the Discord if you haven't already. If you want advice or any sort of things, I'm always in the CIS chat. I sometimes pop in the GAR chat because I do play GAR as well, and everyone's pretty active in there. You can easily get list advice, or people are always looking for games on TTS as well, so feel free to hop in there anytime. People are always there to hang out and talk. So, all right, this has been MasterMud signing off.